Here is summary of what we learnt in last video. Part 1. The body can't heal if the mind is at war. Mental stress and self-judgment create physical tension. True healing begins when the mind shifts from conflict to compassion. Part 2. The mind-body signal loop. Negative thoughts trigger bodily stress. Becoming aware of these thoughts and using the breath helps break the loop and calm the body. Part 3. Emotional weight in the body. Unfelt emotions live in the body as pain. Stillness and breath create space to release them and begin healing. Part 4. Rebuilding nervous system. Trust. Chronic tension keeps the body in survival mode. Calming breath and gentle presence teach the body to feel safe and begin recovery. In Part 5, you'll see how this safety transforms your identity. Who are you when pain isn't leading? Watch next. Part 5. Who you become when the pain stops leading. When your body isn't stuck in defense mode, your identity begins to shift. You stop waking up wondering, what will go wrong today? Yogananda said we mistake survival patterns for personality. Thinking being guarded is strength. Thinking exhaustion is normal. But that's not who you are. It's who you became to cope. As the nervous system calms, those layers fall away. Beneath the armor, something softer, wiser, deeply powerful. This is where you stop chasing peace and start becoming it. You bring calm into the day, not by controlling everything, but by connecting to something steady inside. That steadiness was never gone, just buried. You start making different choices, saying no without guilt, saying yes with clarity, walking away from what drains you, moving toward what restores you. This isn't theory. It rewires your voice, your posture, your patience. You become someone even you want to be around. This is self-realization, seeing who you are without pain, letting go of who you were in survival, becoming who you are in truth. Part 6. How healing shifts the way you relate to everything. As your inner world realigns, you'll notice an undeniable ripple effect outward. Relationships shift naturally, sometimes subtly, sometimes in dramatic ways. You speak differently, not just with more words, but with more truth. The conversations you have become more authentic, and the energy you bring into every encounter feels different, lighter, calmer, more open. Others begin to notice too. They feel safer around you, not necessarily because they've changed, but because you have. There's less need to defend, attack, or correct. You're no longer projecting old pain onto others, reacting automatically to every perceived slight or threat. Instead, you operate from peace, grounded in a deeper sense of safety that radiates out from your core. Yogananda taught that every relationship is ultimately a mirror reflecting your own state of mind. When you act from fear, you attract conflict. When you hold tightly to judgment, resistance pops up everywhere. But when you embody calm, communicate with kindness, and drop the old armor, something remarkable happens. Calm becomes contagious. People soften in your presence. Walls come down. You also become more discerning, no longer absorbing other people's energy out of guilt or duty. You love deeply, but return to your center when you need. That's balance. That's real healing in motion. Healthy boundaries are no longer about walls. They are invitations to better relationships for both parties. Old triggers, Words or actions that once spun you into anger, sadness, or anxiety lose their grip. Instead of reacting, you pause. Instead of exploding, you breathe. What once felt personal now feels like an opportunity for growth. You train yourself to see each challenge as a lesson, not a battle. The need to rescue, fix, or prove yourself falls away. You become more present with others and more forgiving, both of yourself and the people around you. The impact shows up in tiny ways: how you answer a phone call, how you sit through a moment of silence, how you linger in small talk or address conflict. Daily life is less about escaping discomfort and more about anchoring without being swept away. These small shifts cultivate trust and safety with those you love, and even those you don't. You realize that changing your inner state isn't just a private victory. It's a gift to everyone you connect with. The more you heal, the more you transform your world, not by effort, but by the quiet, steady energy you now offer. Soon you'll see that your relationship with your own body is changing too. In Part 7, you'll begin to decode the secret messages your body has been sending all along. Pain as wisdom, symptoms as signals, discomfort as a call for compassion. The conversation deepens. What is my body really saying? What does it need? Part 7. What your body was trying to tell you all along. After years of chronic pain, confusion, or even self-blame, it's a revelation to realize that your body was never the enemy. Your aches, symptoms, and relentless fatigue were not punishments or personal failings. They were messengers, gentle, persistent signals that something inside needed attention, kindness, or a change. The body's language is subtle at first. A faint ache here, a wave of tiredness there, the quiet hum of anxiety running in the background. We often brush these off, powered by will or distracted by routine. But when the whispers go unanswered, they start to amplify, finding new ways to get your attention. Chronic headaches, digestive issues, sudden fatigue, tension that won't go away. They become louder messages, urging you to pause and listen. Yogananda taught that pain isn't here to punish you. On the contrary, it's presence. Truth surfacing through your skin, your breath, your very bones. Pain is a call to honesty, an invitation to slow down and feel. When ignored, it gets louder, more insistent. But the moment you turn toward it with curiosity and compassion, things begin to shift. Pain softens, awareness grows. Your body doesn't want perfection. It wants honesty. It needs you to acknowledge what's been buried under years of stress, shame, and silence. It wants permission to let go, to move, stretch, speak, and release. Ask yourself, what am I holding on to? What have I refused to feel or express? Let your answers emerge, without judgment, without analysis. Just listen. Your body will tell you what it needs when it is finally met with reverence rather than force. Yogananda said that blocked energy is the root of suffering. True healing isn't about suppressing or denying these blocks. It's about seeing them for what they are, just stuck energy that can move and dissolve. Breathwork is a key. Slow, deep, conscious breathing creates space for these emotional knots to unwind, for tension to release, for pain to transform into freedom. Treat your body gently as you would care for a frightened child. Sit with it in patience and kindness. Create space for rest, for movement, for self-expression. The moment your body feels truly seen and heard, healing begins to flow. Gradually, symptoms ease. Clarity returns. You step out of the old narrative of brokenness and into a new story of wholeness. In Part 8, you'll discover the ultimate shift. The core teaching Yogananda offered for healing from the inside out. It's not about effort or self-correction. It's a single shift in identity, a new way of seeing yourself forever. Part 8. The shift that heals you from the inside out. At the heart of Yogananda's most powerful teaching is one transformative message. Stop identifying with your pain. You are not your anxiety. You are not your trauma. You are not your illness. All of these are experiences you have had, not definitions of who you are. The true shift comes the moment you catch yourself saying, "My pain, my problem, my suffering," and pause. The instant you realize these experiences are moving through you, but are not you at your core, everything changes. Healing begins, not through denial or repression, but by recognizing this truth. Pain is energy, emotion, or experience passing through, not your essential self. Look in the mirror and remind yourself, "I'm not broken, I'm becoming." Let these words sink in. Repeat them, quietly or aloud, until your body and mind start to believe. You'll notice the subtle shifts, your breath deepening, your shoulders relaxing, your posture straightening. The body stops bracing for more hurt. The mind quiets its relentless search for the next threat. Something softer and stronger starts to lead. You're not here to carry pain forever. You're here to wake up through it. You're here to peel off the layers of fear, the noise, and the urgency of survival to rediscover your truest self. Peaceful, resilient, alive. Healing, in its truest form, isn't just the absence of symptoms. It's the presence of stillness, clarity, and self-compassion. Allow yourself to sit quietly, breathe deeply, listen inward, and come back to this place of calm again and again until it feels like home. Not as a way to escape the world, but to truly align with it, present, awake, whole. If something inside you has shifted, don't let the moment slip away. Share your journey. Encourage another person who needs hope. Remember, the journey isn't about perfection or endless work. It's about recognizing you have always been more than your wounds. Your healing changes not just you, but everyone whose life you touch. The journey continues, not to escape suffering, but to embody the truth that healing, peace, and freedom are always possible, from the inside out. Are you ready?